Is this on?
So I wasn't surprised at all to learn that me and the Nigerian giant almost would be doing it one more time at Hell in the Cell.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton.
There he is.
COVID
right
show. Oh yeah.
Josh
jinxed us.
I'll give you guys 5 seconds to guess who has COVID. 1, 2. Now you probably know it's me. If anyone, whoever listened or watched to the Double or Nothing recap or the Hollywood Hogwash pod this week, you could tell, like, on the podcast, I was feeling a little weird. Like, I thought it was just allergies. And I get sinus infections a lot, so I thought it was just allergies. And I was like, yeah, my allergies kind of suck right now. But
allergies. But
then I woke up Monday morning feeling worse, so I took an at-home COVID test. And it usually said I won. I got
winner.
Positive. No, so the at-home COVID test, it's funny. You kind of feel like a scientist. I don't know if you guys have actually done one yet, but you feel like a scientist because you have to do it yourself. Then you have to put in the thing. Then you have to squeeze the drops into the testing thing.
And then it becomes a pregnancy test. One line or two.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it says, please wait 15 minutes. And it took about 5 to 10 seconds for it to tell me that I have COVID. And I was like, oh, I must really have it. Shit.
Yeah. We're in the thick of it.
But yeah, I felt worse yesterday. Didn't have much of a voice. I feel a lot better today. So I think I'll be okay for, when Hell in a Cell comes this Sunday, because I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Hell in a Cell.
What the hell was that? Some sort of duck?
He's just happy to see you.
Oh, he's just a happy guy.
Look, I got one of those.
What the hell is happening? Hold on. I have plenty of toys to work with. This is the list of Jericho. The last time Jericho was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me go to my room.
List of Jericho or Wizard Jericho?
Ooh.
My favorite thing, what was it, 30 Rock? When they have the show 30 Rock and Tina Fey's dating Jason Sudeikis, but it's long distance. And like they're on like a video call and he's like, what's that? Yeah, you can go. And he keeps talking to her. And it's like that little thing goes down. He's like, what? Yeah, you can come. Anyway, Tina, I just thought just talking to her.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, so What was that, Eric?
Oh, I said yeah.
Oh, okay, good. These shows are always awkward because there's always a little bit of delay and we're not used to this, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Remember, everyone talk at the same time.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
right.
That's
right.
I get to show off my new
Yeti microphone. We're going to do Hell in a Cell scorecards.
Yeah, so
we're going to review SmackDown and hey, I'm talking. Anyways, so it's going to be a clusterfuck. But all right, before we get to everything, we have 4 new patrons to thank.
Woo!
You call them the oh wait, hold on.
Woo! Yeah. Eric, the only one with the non-professional microphone. It was all choppy.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The great thing when you watch this back, on YouTube is you don't know when you're frozen, but like you'll freeze sometimes and you don't know it.
Right.
Yeah, and like
you'll just be talking and then like
like me, Eric, and Josh did the AEW podcast, and I was like editing it back, and a lot of times I was like, yeah, and I just froze for like 10 seconds.
Right.
But the audio still works, so at least the audio still works,
Sure.
Anyway,
sure.
The 4 horsemen of Patreon: Michael Johnson, James Reed, Robert Stevens, and here for the brackets.
Oh.
His first name here for, last name DeBrackets.
Wow.
Hashtag we all are.
So yeah, I think that's the first time where there's been 4 names and I've gotten them all right. So I'm pretty proud.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a little suspicious. Did you
how do
change
you know
any of them?
Sorry, Stevens,
And it's over.
right? Riyadh.
Balake.
Balake. So yeah, go to patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. $5 a month gets you everything. You can cancel anytime. But why would you cancel? Don't fucking cancel. You can check out AEW Double or Nothing recap that Josh and I recorded at like 3 a.m. or whatever. And then you can also
Because that's when the pay-per-view ended.
basically.
Yeah.
And then
Like
also
a 13-hour pay-per-view or something.
oh my god, it was ridiculous. And then also, of course, Hell in a Cell is going to be this Sunday.
Right.
Which essentially this is like a Raw pay-per-view. There's 6 matches and it's all Raw matches.
Yeah, right. As there's rumors that the brand split is ending.
Right.
An all Raw pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, all right. SmackDown opens with the Usos. Michael Cole says Randy Orton is seeing a spine specialist because his back, I guess, is really fucked up, or that's just what they're going with. I think Randy's just taking some time off.
Backiotomy.
You know, maybe his wife's giving him shit again. That's what happens when you marry a ring rat, you know? That's what I've heard.
He's a veteran. He's got to be like the veteran that does the most.
Oh, for sure.
Out of every 20-year vet that they have, I mean, he's there every damn week.
Yeah.
As tag team, as whatever the hell Vince needs. So, I mean, when I was growing up, and even in the 2000s, you guys know, like, a guy would get hurt and he'd go away for 6 months to be with his family, see his kids grow up, you know, because they're on the road like 280 days a year. You got to have time off for that.
Make a movie.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But like this like kind of went away. Vince is like, everyone's here all the time.
Yeah.
Brock's like, hold my beer. But you know, someone like Orton's, he's got to take time off.
Brock Lesnar's like, I'll see you in 8 years.
Yeah. Then you'll still pay me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Orton says he wants to, I think he said wrestle till he's 50. So he's got a while. I mean, he's going to need to take some time off if he's going to want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jimmy and Jay cut a big babyface promo at first, thanking the fans, but of course it was all a ruse that no one fell for, except for the fans in the building chanting "Uso." There were a lot of marks for SmackDown. And then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out and says, my tag team, my partner and I challenge you for the undisputed tag titles right now. And then the Usos.
And we're like, is Boogs back?
Right. The Usos make fun of Rick Boogs, but then out comes Riddle.
Wait, that's the guy who just feuded with them over the last few months.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the guy that got super kicked in the face after WrestleMania and then was like, that's fine. I don't care.
It happens.
Right.
It's like, hey, your tag partner's injured. My tag partner's injured. How about we team up so we can lose to the Usos for the next 2 months?
Yeah.
Correct.
So Real Nakamura beat up the Usos and so they retreat. And then backstage, Caleb Braxton asks Riddle, like, hey, what does Randy think about this? And Riddle's like, Randy, this was Randy's idea.
And he's like, in Shinsuke, you're no Randy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
Like, imagine Riddle and Nakamura win the tag titles, and then like a month later, Orton comes back, and he's like, hey, and you think Orton's going to be pissed, but then he just reaches his hand out, and Nakamura's like, okay, sure. And he just gives Orton the tag belt.
That would track.
I think this warm.
Vince told me, he told me the deal. It's fine.
Yeah.
Next up,
expecting this.
Right. Next up, we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey. R.I.P. Kyrie Sane. This is
not an open challenge this time.
No. Last week, she fought Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
No, not last week. The week before.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the last SmackDown, right? Before this one?
No, she wasn't on last week.
Or 2 SmackDowns ago? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
They fought for the title. And Raquel Rodriguez, she did well, but she lost. It was one of those like, hey, you almost beat the champ, but you didn't type things.
Right.
And now they're fighting again, but it's not for the title. It's a championship contenders match.
Yeah.
Right.
Wonderful.
So you go to the back of the line, but then immediately get a shot to get a shot.
Cut the line. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no line, so
There's no line.
There's no line.
She
It's
is
like,
the
hey,
line.
who wants to get beaten up by Rousey? Raquel's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
She-
And I'll
he-
smile the entire time.
I'm so happy.
Right.
Yeah. The John Cena method. So
Living
backstage
her best
before the
life.
match, Shotzi tells Aaliyah, sorry, wasn't ready. She tells Aaliyah, Xia Li, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler that they all deserve this opportunity more than Raquel.
You can hit that button for every name, honestly.
That's true.
Natalya, oi! Shayna, oi!
And then later, Aaliyah gets some revenge by locking Shotzi in the locker room from outside the locker room.
I'm
Wait a
sorry,
minute.
revenge on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Can you lock me in a bathroom if I'm in the bathroom?
Oh, wait a second. Hold it.
Wait a minute.
How do you lock someone inside of a room unless you're a kidnapper?
Right.
I think the only place you could do that is prison, where the door's locked from the outside.
Well, I mean, it is SmackDown.
Yeah,
It's basically
that's
a
true.
prison.
It is a prison. I mean, like when Shotzi was like
Prison
banging
rules.
on the door, when Shotzi was banging on the door, there was no lock from the inside that I saw. But it's a locker room, so I'm sure there wasn't a lock, and so yeah, it was fucking. That's so dumb. Thankfully, this match only went 2 minutes. Raquel set up Ronda for her finisher, but then Natalya and Shayna caused a double DQ. So you know what that means?
Playa.
We got Ronda and Raquel versus Natalya and Shayna. And it's funny, I totally forgot about Ronda and Shayna being like friends in real life.
Right.
They had this moment where they're about to face off, and I'm like, so what? Who gives a shit? And I was like, oh, right, they're friends.
Yeah.
That's right.
Best friend.
Two of
They're
the
about to-
horsewomen of MMA.
Yeah.
And then they don't even give it to us like, we're going to save it. No, we don't fucking care. You ruined it.
It's
We don't
never-
it's not a moment. It's
Yeah.
not an almost. They smiled at each other. So are they still friends?
Yeah.
Right.
This is like, oh, we wouldn't have done anything. We're in this tag team, but we wouldn't have done anything against each other. Oh.
Right. I mean, it would
Ronda's
be-
like, remember when I told you wrestling's fake?
Right. That's right. It would make sense for Shayna to be her next big challenger,
Yeah,
It would.
sure. Sure.
but they
Her
don't
next
really.
big 5 out of 6 matches? Sure. Shayna.
Yeah.
Right.
So Raquel won the match by hitting Shayna with the Tahana bomb.
Who are you?
Right.
So chingona, a made-up word.
I told you what it meant.
It's Spanish slang.
It's like shit bomb. is
It's
what it
not
was.
even a real word.
No.
Chinga is shit.
It means like badass woman.
Yeah.
It's too
Apparently-
much for Fox.
Apparently, Fox executives thought that it was derivative of like chinga tu madre.
Yeah, I mean, like Joe said,
like, fuck your
like
mother.
Joe said, they heard chinga and were like, the fuck bomb? What?
Wasn't that your band name, Joe?
So, so now it's the Tahana bomb. I don't even know what that means. I don't think it means anything.
It means nothing. Nothing at all.
It's just funny because she was doing the Chingona bomb on NXT and they were calling it that, and it was on the USA
Right.
Network.
Right.
Whatever. It's like
I
You
guess
have
they
to
have
change
smarter people
everything.
in cable.
it's like Major League. Like you can't say Chingona on the air. No one's watching anyway.
No one's watching anyway.
Right.
Next up, we have the Los Lotharios, a joke heel tag team versus Jinder Mahal and the skyscraping Shaky.
Yeah.
Guys.
A joke heel. Yeah. They joke heel versus a joke heel.
Yeah.
Tag team.
The skyscraping Shanky. I can't even do the thing anymore. Doesn't work. And the skyscraping Shanky. I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same.
No, it does. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
backstage-
why they added that, so you'd stop
Maybe.
doing it.
Yeah. So backstage, Mahal yells at Shanky for dancing to his entrance music, because that's a thing.
Sure.
And before it's true. Before we get to the match, it's the Los Lotharios kiss cam. And the women are getting uglier by the week.
Who's flooding the basement this week?
My God. They're getting worse and worse. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, if you go to your favorite restaurant, like too often, the food's not going to taste as good anymore.
Correct.
Also, Angel and Humberto want to fuck Samantha Irvin really bad. Angel ripped his pants off in front of Samantha.
Yeah, right.
Revealed his crumb.
This whole match was just who's going to fuck Samantha Irvin. That's what this match was.
Right.
But
It was a championship contenders.
And I think Shanky won, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, Shanky kicks Angel in the head and started dancing. And then Humberto did a springboard kick. I can't talk when you. All right. Okay. So Humberto did a springboard kick to Mahal for the win.
Right.
Just springboard kick. A former WWE champion lost to like just a random move in the middle of
kick.
Yeah.
Punch and kick.
Yeah.
Not
and then
the
after
first,
the match,
just the kick to win tonight. Or on
oh, no, that's true. After the match, Mahal yelled at Shanky, but Shanky danced in front of Samantha Irvin, who, again, seemed into it.
Sure.
So, I guess Ricochet's got to be careful. And then backstage, Adam Pearce officially welcomes Max to SmackDown.
Defeat.
Max Defeat. And Max is ready to find his first client, but he tells Pearce, "You don't make the cut."
You know what? Neither do you, Max.
Oh.
I mean, why would he want like a 65-year-old man on his team?
That's
fucked up. Old. I think he's younger than me, but like name a guy. Like let's say you're Max. You're Max, and I don't know, T-Bar. Tell me I'm part of your group.
Right.
It's like,
oh really?
Oh shit.
Well, I'm buried forever.
T-Bar, now you're Teabag, because you're going to be teabagging all the ladies.
Wait, are they male prostitutes? What is this group?
I think so. Well, male models, they probably have to do that on the side. No one cares about them.
Right. Well,
So
I can't wait to see them get in like a gasoline fight,
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have the Kevin Owens show.
Wild card!
Crazy.
And KO promised that his guest is a member of the Bloodline, but it's Sami Zayn, of course. And KO and Sami hug because, hey, we're both heels again.
Sure.
And Sami tells Owens, I agree, Elias and Ezekiel are clearly the same person. And Owens hugs him again, but like a passionate hug, like, thank you. I've been waiting for someone else to say this. And Owens asks Sami to come to Raw with him, but Sami tells him, like, the Bloodline needs me right now. It's just not a good time, Oos. And Owens is like, did you just call me Oos? Like, it was a fun segment. It didn't go anywhere, but like, I'd rather, it's fine. I'll take Kevin Owens in a pointless segment. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Sami's like, you know what? It's clear that Ezekiel and Elias are different people.
Yeah.
One has a beard, one doesn't.
Yeah. That Owens freaks out. He says, if you're really with the Bloodline, then why don't they come out right now? And he introduces the Bloodline multiple times, but they don't come out. No. So Sami gets upset. He starts to leave. Owens chases after him, but Sami pushes him. These two could just never get along.
No, ever.
I think you and I are destined to do this forever. And they're like, well, yeah, Vince will live forever, so I guess we will.
Yeah. All right.
Then security starts removing the KO set, so Owens gives them a pair of stunners, which that's like a babyface thing, like to beat up a couple of random nobodies.
Yeah.
A couple of stunners to some people. Yeah, that's a Stone Cold move for sure.
Yep.
And then later backstage, Sammy asked the Usos if he could be an honorary member of the Bloodline. They're like, yeah, sure, but they don't really care. But it made
whatever.
It made Sammy's day. He was like, yes, I fucking did it. So we'll see where this goes. Probably nowhere. Next up, we have Gunther, and Ludwig Kaiser finally wrestling on SmackDown.
Great ad.
Versus Drew Gulak and Ricochet. You know Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion?
Right, yeah.
You know that lineage of IC champions? It's a prestige that, like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. I mean, so many great guys.
Stone Cold, The Rock.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat.
And now it's Ricochet, and he's the champion, but it doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Never defends the title.
Nah.
Who cares?
Nah.
Loses all the time.
All the time. And I'm not making this up. Ludwig Kaiser beats Drew Gulak with a kick to the chest.
To the chest. It kind of looks like Adam Cole's, but instead of like he just kicks him to the chest, he's setting him up like he's going to knee to the head. And then he just goes, boop.
Yeah, it's like a Daniel Bryan yes kick, like one.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Boop. Like this wasn't like it wasn't a Brie kick where, he kicks him in the head.
Right.
Yeah, that would actually be devastating.
I mean, Bryan Danielson, whatever. He does the yes kicks. He'll do 5 or whatever, how many, and then he'll kick the guy in the head, then go for the pin, and they kick out because it's not a finisher. Ludwig does one. His thighs are thick.
Thick.
They're really not.
2 C's.
He's thick. But yeah,
I will say Gunther has gotten very in shape.
He has.
Right.
Because Vince doesn't like the fatties.
Well,
no.
Except for Kevin Owens, I guess. But yeah.
Even he's got
does he?
all
Does he? Does he though?
I mean,
does he like Kevin?
If you book him to fight Stone Cold in his first match in how many, 20 years? Yeah. You have to like him a little bit.
And then, you like him so much, you keep him off of the next pay-per-view.
Exactly. Right. And that's right. Yeah, that's true. And put him in one of the dumbest storylines in the company. So after the match, Ricochet checks on his partner and Gunther cheap shots him with a boot to the face. And then Gunther tells Ludwig to kick Gulak again, and he does.
Yeah. And Gulak's like, that wasn't so bad.
Right. So I imagine Gunther will be the IC champion sooner than later. Let's hope.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Next up, we have the main event. This is the main event. Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch versus the New Day and...
Who are you?
Yeah.
And earlier in the show, Megan Morant asked the New Day who their partner will be, and this was just awful.
With our partner Big E out still on injury, our partner could literally be anyone. Our partner could even be Moon Knight. Ooh. Or it could be Max Moon. Or it could be Max Headroom. Or it could be Rumor Willis. Or it could be Willis Reed.
Rumor Willis?
Bottom right?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Bruce Willis's daughter?
I mean, that's more likely than Willis Reed.
Right.
A basketball player who's 90.
Yeah. Max Headroom, Rumor Willis. What the fuck, man? This is just one of those things where it's like New Day. They've been around for 7 years.
Right.
Yeah.
The greatest factions of all time did not last this long.
No.
You have DX, NWO, the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
They didn't last this long.
Right.
And I don't care what Ariel Helwani says. The Hart Foundation is not the greatest stable of all time.
Still, they didn't last either.
Right. Yeah, but he's the UFC. He's like the MMA writer. He put out his list of the top stables of all time, and his number one was the Hart Foundation. So I replied to him. I was like, just because you're Canadian doesn't mean that the Hart Foundation is the greatest stable. That's ridiculous.
Wait, he may be onto something there.
Right.
It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah. So Sheamus cuts a shitty promo, which I won't play because,
Thank you.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's not New Day rocks, it's New Day sucks. New Day sucks, which is what the fans first chanted
Right.
when they hated the New Day. It's
He's
like
not
super original here.
right. And of course, the New Day's partner is Drew McIntyre. Yeah. And Michael
So I
Cole
guess
yelled,
he's gonna start another feud with Sheamus.
oh, God.
Maybe Butch.
Yeah. They tried to act like Drew McIntyre's been gone for so long, but when was Backlash? Like a few weeks ago?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, how is that even a return? And then Michael Cole yelled, a Drew Day. Yes, it is.
Shut up, Michael.
Yeah, I will punch you in the face, Michael.
Yeah. So McIntyre hits Ridge Holland with a Claymore, and then Xavier Woods hits the elbow drop for the win. And then after the match, Drew dances with the New Day, and I threw up in my mouth.
Right. That was a good elbow drop, though.
Who thinks Drew McIntyre, one of your biggest badasses, dancing to close a show is a good thing? Who?
Not me.
Who?
Not me.
Who? Who likes this bullshit? Who?
Not
And
me.
if so, who are you?
Yeah.
So that was SmackDown.
Oh boy.
It's got to get better than this week.
That's it.
So Raw opens with Big Time Bex.
Okay.
And as soon as you see her, you're like, what's wrong with her?
Caw-caw! She's like a bird.
What's wrong with and her makeup was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like the bird lady with like red eyes. I don't know what's happening.
Was she like trying to make fun of Charlotte or something? I don't know. Like
I guess like the glam squad was like microdosing or something. And just tripping balls.
So she gets a
Coco Beware. I don't know.
it was weird. She first says, like, oh, let's go back to 2020, shall we? And I'm like,
No.
no,
No.
please. And we see the photo of Asuka winning the Money in the Bank match on the ceiling of Titan Tower. And she's like, there's Asuka holding the briefcase. Kind of an odd place, but whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she says, I gave Asuka the title because I knew I could beat her. And I assumed that she'd be able to hold on to it until I got back. So Asuka comes out and she does her crybaby thing again, which is brutal. And she says that she'll be the next Raw Women's Champion at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And then Bianca Belair comes out and reminds us that she doesn't have to be pinned to lose her title.
It's not true.
You're making shit up.
Yeah.
Clearly,
No.
she doesn't know a champion has to be pinned.
No,
Right.
she doesn't have to be pinned. I couldn't
What?
believe it. I was in shock. I fucking emailed WWE. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is bullshit.
Right.
If we're in a triple threat and Andrew's champion and I pin Eric, the ref's going to go, no.
Yeah.
No.
That's
You-
what
that doesn't work.
You have to pin
You
the
pinned a
champ.
guy who has nothing.
in this, we're gonna do the score predictions later. Eric's the current champion. If Eric gets the high score and I beat Joe's score, I don't become the champion. So I don't get these rules.
I don't know.
I don't
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Just in case you've never watched a wrestling match before, ever in your life.
If you're that guy who cheered for Tamina at the Royal Rumble,
That's right.
this is for you.
Tamina. Oh my God.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
If you've never watched wrestling before and have no common sense or logic about your brain,
Right.
then you're going to be lost in this triple threat.
Yeah.
If you've never watched wrestling and you're like 34, you're Josh Reese.
You
So-
shouldn't be watching it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You
So
picked the
Belair-
worst time.
Belair taunts Becky with the belt, so Becky attacks her, but Belair ends up knocking Becky out of the ring. And then we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka with Becky Lynch on commentary. I thought Becky was going to cause a DQ. But there's only two options. It's either a DQ or the other thing. Belair wins with a roll-up.
Roll it up.
Because, of course.
Of course.
That's the American way.
And then right after the match, Becky attacks and lays out Belair and Asuka. So basically they did both.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a DQ, and then she attacks them right after.
Yeah. They're like, we got to cover all of our bases.
Yep. It's true. Next up, we have Ezekiel and the Mysterios versus Kevin Owens and the Alpha Academy.
Nope.
KO accidentally super kicked Gable, and then Ezekiel gave Gable a twisting suplex for the win. So I guess that's his finisher.
Sure.
I believe that's Ezekiel's first win that's not a roll-up, or his first pinfall victory that's not a roll-up. He's only won by DQs and roll-ups thus far.
Well,
and this
so
finishes
he's a true WWE superstar.
Yes. Like this finisher's, it's so lame. Like people just do this in the middle of matches.
Yeah.
No.
And then Owens freaked out after the match, so he got upset. And Eric's frozen, so that's pretty fun. Oh, and you're back.
I'm not frozen. Yeah.
And you're back. Well, again, you can't see when yourself is
That's
frozen.
true. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now he's like bleep blorping.
That cheap internet in your new house. That's the way to go.
Eric, are you with us?
Yeah, Xfinity.
That was a good transition. He was like,
All right, we'll give it a few minutes. See if
Oh,
he's
am I
back.
still frozen?
you're back, kind of.
Okay.
Next up, we have a Cody Rhodes in-ring promo. And, you know, I like Cody since he returned to WWE, but I wish he would just talk like a human being.
Yes.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least a human being with a lisp. But
Right.
still, nonetheless,
Yeah.
a human being.
I wonder if that's a Vince thing, like, well, your dad had a lisp, so you need to talk more of the lisp.
That's right, baby.
Oh, he had
Right.
a lisp. The first time we saw Cody Rhodes, he had a lisp.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I guess.
Cody hypes his Hell in a Cell match with Rollins, and then Seth's music hits, but he doesn't come out from the stage. We hear Seth's laugh, and then we see him in the stands, and he tells Cody how much he hates him. And Rollins' promo was fucking incredible. Take a listen.
You left WWE 6 years ago because you weren't good enough.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then every single day that you were gone, you and your little friends, you tried to tear down what I was building here.
I'm a
And when
bust.
that didn't work out so well for you, you came running back. The prodigal son returns home to fulfill his family legacy. Whew. Not on my watch, pal. You don't get to be a conquering hero in my kingdom. Oh, no. You don't get to take a sledgehammer to the throne and then come back and try to take that throne from me. Bust a nut.
Wow.
Bust a nut.
Wow.
Bust a nut.
Holy shit. I
Yeah.
was watching Raw Live, and my jaw was on the fucking floor.
Right.
And I have more to play, but I had to pause it. Just, you don't get
For the bust.
to destroy the throw. I mean, that was amazing. Vince probably had no clue what he was talking about, but it was amazing.
Right.
What do you want, throne? What are you talking about? Vince, you didn't watch All In?
And Triple H is in the back, like, yeah.
Do I have to come out of retirement to bury this fucking guy?
Right.
Right.
2 months,
Where the
1
fuck's
month into
my
retirement,
shovel?
Triple H is like, I might have spoke too soon.
All right, here's the rest of it. Jesus.
I'm going to say it again. I don't like you. I don't want you here in 6 days inside Hell in a Cell. I'm going to prey on your insecurities, and I'm not just going to change you, Cody. I'm going to end you.
Yeah.
And then we can all finally wake up from this American nightmare.
Oh
Wow,
my God. And I'm spent.
I'm drained.
Yeah. A standing ovation.
Yeah.
Standing ovation from Joe. God, that was incredible.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's their third match. I'm so hyped for it now.
Right. Yeah.
This is when wrestling is fucking great.
Right. This has to main event, right?
Of course. What else could
Yeah.
be? You seen the rest of these fucking matches?
Spoiler alert.
You seen the rest of these fucks?
It's the only Hell in a Cell match in the pay-per-view.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Are you sure?
Yes.
That's
The last
officially
three weren't
announced.
not in the cell?
No, none of these other matches are listed as Hell in a Cell matches. I went on the website. Yeah. Which I'm fine with as long as, I mean, they'll kill it.
Right.
I mean, Hell in a Cell matches there only used to be one on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And they weren't
Like we've talked about this, it shouldn't be a pay-per-view. It should be that special thing to decide a feud.
Yeah.
when you have nothing else to decide.
Right.
Hell in a Cell.
Because it used to be like a nice surprise, like, oh shit, we're getting one.
Yeah.
Right.
God, I mean, I was this
And they
hype.
still do them outside the pay-per-view sometimes, so it's not even like it's just in the pay-per-view.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like the rest of this pay-per-view might suck. It looks like it will, but at least that should be great. The two
Should be.
Stays at 6 matches, but we probably won't.
Right.
Yeah.
So Cody invites Seth to the ring, and Seth does what all the heels do. He acts like he's gonna get in the ring, but he doesn't. And that would have been a little lame and predictable ending, but thankfully Cody went after him, and they brawled in the crowd.
Man.
Yeah.
Cody tackled Seth through the barricade, and officials eventually split them up. And Seth had the crazy eyes, like, you're gonna go to hell. Like, it was, the crowd chanted, this is awesome. And for once, they were justified in chanting that.
Right.
Yeah.
This time it's like, yes, now is the time to chant that.
You are correct. You guys are like 1 for 80, but yeah, you're right.
Right. You got one. You got one right.
It's like you guys are batting like 50, but you know, you got that one.
Yeah.
So,
So
my
proud
God.
of you.
Look, the rest of Raw was a shit show, like it always is. But like, it's been so bad these past years that like we have to be thankful for like the one A+ segment we get.
Right.
You just have to.
Yeah.
You have to cherish it and hold on to it and love it.
I mean, that just shows again how good Seth Rollins is.
Right.
And I watched this thinking like he's like the Joker, and then later I was getting the audio, and Leo was like, "Oh, he's like the Joker," and I'm like, "Yes." So he said it.
So this, I mean, he's gonna lose this weekend. This has to be like he's the one who beats Cody, then probably.
Seth
Hey,
beats Cody.
You're gonna like eventually, like when Cody
Oh.
gets the title,
Sure.
Seth will be the one to take it off him because, like, look, Cody's gonna beat you 3 in a row,
Right.
but we'll let you take the title off him.
Well, and I'm sure that Seth saying like you don't get to destroy the throne and then come back and take the throne from me. I'm sure part of that's real because Seth was supposed to be the face of the company, and now Cody waltzed in, and now he's the face of the company.
Yeah. Correct.
Because Vince changes his mind every year, except for Roman Reigns, who gets to be the face of the company, even if he's a heel.
All of the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, they usually have 2 champions, so someone's got to have the other belt.
Except for now, where Roman just has both of them. He's not even on the show.
Both of them for now. Hasn't defended the title since WrestleMania. He's not on Hell in a Cell.
Nope.
That's 60 days. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
It really is.
Why?
Like,
why did you like? Okay, I'm all for unifying the belts because I don't like 2 main champions.
Right.
But not if that guy's not going to defend either of the belts for who knows how long.
Right. Like the Usos, they unified the tag titles, and they're still on the show every week.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Roman's like, I'm going to win.
And the pay-per-view, but at least they're on the show.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right, moving on. It's not good, so just be prepared. We have Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop with Nikki Ash ringside. Doudrop missed a Vader bomb, and Alexa beat Doudrop clean with the Twisted Bliss.
Yeah, and that's not the way they were kind of going with it. You thought she was going to put her knees up or something. And what's been the point to the Doudrop Nikki Ash unification?
Right.
Right.
Like, didn't she say, "Are you done playing around?"
Right. Yeah. They've lost.
Literally, they're still playing around.
They've lost every match since they've every single
they
match.
decided to stop playing around.
Let's stop playing around. Do I have to stop being a superhero? No, that's fine.
I think
I keep doing it.
If Doudrop's like, Nikki, stop playing around. Nikki's like, you're Doudrop.
Your name is Doudrop.
Your name is like poop. It's like calling someone poop. Hey, poo-poo.
Hey, Popo.
Hey, poo-poo. Next up, we have another pointless segment, Miz TV.
Yeah, imagine that.
And Miz first plugged his reality show, but then the Street Profits interrupt, and they talk about how excited they are for Hell in a Cell.
Oh, you mean because they have a match there?
No.
Oh.
No.
Are they doing like a pre-show panel?
Probably, yeah. Probably, yes. You're right there.
YouTube watch along?
The Street Profits gimmick, everyone has to have a gimmick in wrestling. Their gimmick is their WWE fans.
Right.
Because every week, since they showed up to Raw, they talk about how excited they are to be at Raw, and they hype all the matches. They've done this for 2 years since they fucking showed up on Raw. They're like, we're going to have this match versus this guy versus this guy. Oh! And then we're going to Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Oh! That's all they fucking do.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Montez Ford asked me, like, you got to just have Ford turn heel on Dawkins. The guy could be a legit star, I think, if he just turns heel and cuts off the goofy shit.
Right.
But then
he
Andrew,
could be Intercontinental Champion,
How many tag teams would we have then?
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, but 0. You're right.
Good point.
Right.
So Ford asks Miz, what do you think about Hell in a Cell? And Miz starts to answer, but the Street Profits just rip off The Rock and yell, it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah. Everyone loves someone else.
Are we allowed to say this? Did we get second legal first?
Oh, remember we said it? It's that other guy's thing.
Yeah.
Who does it better.
In every way, shape, and form.
Yeah. Why don't they just say, if you smell
what the Street Profits are smoking? They'll probably do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So meanwhile, Dana Brooke appears ringside. Because that's where you want to go. If you're being chased, you want to run to the fucking ring.
Yeah.
What they've done since the inception of the 24/7 title. Run to the ring.
Right. The audience wants to see this action.
Yeah. Tozawa goes after her. Tozawa rolls Dana up. But then, hold on, wait. I got to find it. T-Bar choke slams him.
Where the hell have you been?
Oh.
Welcome back to life, T-Bar.
Right.
I thought he was dead.
And like, really, T-Bar?
T-Bar.
He's fighting for the...
And his name is still T-Bar, despite...
That's the biggest problem.
Like, he's not even T-Bar. Like, what is he?
He's not a T. He's not a bar.
Just call him Dijakovic if he can't have a first name, because there's already a Dominic.
Yeah.
So Ford super kicks T-Bar. He's dead. The guy's a giant. He's dead.
Sure.
Apollo Crews comes out, not with no Commander Aziz. And Angelo Dawkins takes care of him.
Yeah,
sure.
Then Tamina gives Dana the Samoan drop to win the 24/7 title. And then Tamina kisses Tozawa. But then Tozawa rolls up Tamina to win the stupid belt. And he escapes as the champion.
He's so desperate for her love. Yet I'm going to beat her.
Well, you know, she broke his heart, so
she kissed him.
Right.
But before she asked for a divorce.
She's back.
Yeah, that's the 24/7 title is like fuck the ring in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It just possesses you because when you're pathetic, Tozawa is
when
Gollum.
you're pathetic.
Tozawa is Gollum, yeah.
Right. I thought that would be our truth.
Whoever thought we'd get to the point where whoever thought we'd get to the point where we're like, fuck, give it back to our truth already. What the fuck are we doing?
Right. Seriously.
Yeah, it's the worst. Next up, we have Mustafa Ali versus Ciampa with Theory on commentary, because if Ali wins, then he gets the title shot at the U.S. title. And this match only went a few minutes with Theory attacking Ali for the DQ. And then
Theory, guess what that means?
So Theory's like, well, all right, but you can have your opportunity right now. So they have the match now. Ali gets on the top rope to set up for his finisher, but Theory hits the top rope to knock him down, and then he hits the ATL for the win. After the match, Adam Pearce comes out and tells Theory, hey, Vince McMahon loved your tactics tonight, but he'd rather see you and Ali in a fair fight. So you two will face each other again in a championship rematch at Hell in a Cell.
Which means everything you just saw was a load of bullshit.
That's right.
We just wasted 10 minutes for nothing. For nothing.
That is correct.
No circumstances. Let's do the match now. Ali, do you want to do it now? The ref's like, you don't have to. Ali could have went, no. Fuck
no. Thank you. No.
I'm hurt. I earned my title shot. Yeah. I'll see you later. No.
Right. Nah.
I'll do it. Oh, and then he loses clean.
I'll do it.
Also, Vince is bipolar. Because, like, 1 minute he loves Theory, the next he's trying to screw him over. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Vince loves when you cheat, but now he doesn't want you to cheat. Huh?
Right.
And then
he
later
rewrote
backstage,
the script today. It says no cheating. So what do you want me to do?
Later backstage, Theory knocks out Ali with the belt. Whatever.
Is Vince at every show, every Raw, every SmackDown? Do you think?
No,
he's not.
Not anymore.
You don't think anymore?
No. Look, the dirt sheets are the dirt sheets, but they've reported that he's been taking more time off lately. But he's still he'll still rewrite the show from his home and then be like, do this.
Yeah.
He's like, honey, how do you fax?
Yeah.
I have to send this to him.
I faxed it in, sir. We don't have a fax machine anymore.
Yeah. We left it in 2005 where it belongs.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we left it in 2007 where Chris Benoit belongs.
Oh.
Too soon.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't fax you the script from where I'm at. Well, where are you at? I'm in 2022.
So the last fax I received was Chris Benoit telling me he couldn't make it to the pay-per-view. All right, that's enough Chris Benoit jokes. Next up, we have Riddle and Nakamura versus the Usos in a championship contenders match. That's it.
Okay.
So Nakamura hit Jay with the Kinshasa, but Jimmy broke up the pin. And in the end, Jimmy hit Riddle with his own scooter for the DQ. So they're also idiots.
Right.
The ref.
And then they brawl after the match, and Riddle gives Jay a super RKO off the top rope. Whatever.
You can call me Ray, and you can call me Jay. Sorry.
Next up, we have Liv Morgan versus
I'm in.
the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley.
Nope, hit the button. Sorry.
He has a new name.
I've seen it. Not that button. This button.
She has a new nickname and new shitty entrance music.
This is bullshit.
Yep. Nailed it.
Unbelievable.
She had one of the best entrance songs.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
In the company, mainly because they've already gotten rid of half of the cool ones, but still,
Right.
It was a good song. It fit her well. Now it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. And instead of a girl yelling, "This is my brutality," it's a guy. And it's like, well, no, she's a woman.
Yeah. This is my eradication.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So Liv hit a nice crossbody off the top rope to Ripley, who was standing on the floor. Liv goes for Oblivion, but Damian Priest held Ripley just like Edge did last week. Ripley went for the pin, but this time Liv kicked out, and Liv won.
What?
A roll up.
The devil, you say.
Yeah. Hell, you say. So Priest takes out AJ Styles after the match, and then he goes after Liv, but Finn Balor returns to save her. And then Liv jumps off the top rope to drop kick Ripley, and then Styles hits Priest with the phenomenal forearm, and then Balor hits Priest with the coup de grace. No Edge this week.
Nope.
Saving it for the pay-per-view.
Sure.
And then for the main segment of Monday Night Raw, they did do it. They did Cody Countdown 2 weeks in a row because the third hour always, fucking collapses. They did a countdown for Riddle and Nakamura versus the Usos this week. That's what the countdown was for the top of the third hour.
For something we don't care about.
They wonder why the ratings suck. The main segment is Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP contract signing.
This can't be right.
Yes, this will be a match at Hell in a Cell.
This could be the worst event in wrestling history.
Thank you, JBL.
Lashley versus Omos and MVP.
They've booked Omos so poorly that they have to give him a partner just to make us think he'll beat
Omos is 7'3", and he needs MVP to beat Lashley. And by MVP could have thought of any stipulation, and he picked just a handicap match. This is Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It's the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Right.
Pick Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. So this, of course, turns into a brawl with Cedric Alexander showing up to attack Lashley from behind. However, Lashley recovers and spears Omos through a table to send the fans home sleepy. That's the end of Raw. I think that's when I realized I got COVID. I was like, oh man. The segment gave me COVID.
Thanks, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs down and a It's my rating.
What? I think I need to add that to the soundboard.
Yeah, I think you do. It's time.
Next up, we have an in-ring promo from Omos.
From Tim Allen?
Like, just when it's something they do that's so bad that you're just like flabbergasted. You're like, what?
Right.
Oh my God, I gotta fucking add that now.
Yeah, you do. Give me what I want.
It's one of the stupidest things ever, but it's so funny.
But it's so fitting for this fucking.
That was the punchline. That was the punchline to Home Improvement for like 10 years. It would just be like, Dad, I'm pregnant.
Dad, I'm pregnant.
Like, there's no jokes.
Right. How have all sons?
Honey, dinner's not ready. The punchline was that was always the punchline. All the jokes.
Oh my God. Honey, did you supercharge the blender?
Dad, I got suspended from school for stabbing another student.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I've killed Wilson. Yeah. I guess back to jail for me.
Dad, can you help me with my calculus homework?
All right, let's move on to awards because I could do this for another hour.
Awards?
Okay, really.
I'm crying.
This is so much more fun than Raw.
Oh.
A home improvement podcast? I'm
Oh my
down.
God, can we?
Yeah.
Start from episode
In
1.
episode 603 of the Home Improvement Podcast, we do this joke.
And no, we don't have COVID. We just have no voice left because we've been doing that too many times.
Right.
Oh my God.
We could sing our own theme song.
There's
The
got to be
podcast.
like a compilation on YouTube of him just doing it like 400 times, and I'm gonna watch.
Sure.
I'm gonna look that up after this show,
Yeah.
and I'll just laugh my ass off. All right, let's get to awards. Who did you have for worst dressed?
I had Tamina.
I also had Tamina.
I had Becky Lynch just because, again, her face makeup was so bad. Like, she did not look attractive. So,
Right.
going there. Best dressed?
I had Belair.
All right.
I had Bliss.
I had Alexa Bliss as well. You know, as long as Sasha's not here,
Yeah.
it's a toss-up.
Right.
Worst acting?
I doubled down and went with Tamina as well.
I also went with Tamina as well.
If she was on the show, she deserved it.
Yeah, I went with Sheamus because anytime he talks, I want to...
No!
What's that there, fella?
And I hate how excited Pat McAfee always gets when Sheamus comes out. I'm like, but no, he sucks, Pat, and you don't. Best
What did I tell you
acting.
about cheering that guy?
Best acting.
I had the Beast Slayer.
The Beast Slayer. The
I had the
King Slayer.
King Slayer.
The
That's
Visionary. The
weird.
Architect. Seth. Freaking Rollins!
Yeah.
Sweep it.
The Nightmare Waker Upper.
No.
No.
Swing and a miss.
Yes.
Worst comments.
Rumor Willis.
Yes, I had that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I had ain't no one meaner than Tamina.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Ain't no one meaner than Tamina.
Right. Didn't even rhyme, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. Best comments?
You don't get to destroy the throne and come back and try to take it from me.
Yeah, that's clearly it. We could sweep that. But I did I laughed out loud when they were yelling liar at each other, Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah.
And then Sammy goes, liar, liar, pants on fire. And Kevin went, too far. And
Yeah,
Sammy goes, sorry.
That was good. But by the way, go ahead.
Becky also had a great line when she was talking about handing over the belt to Asuka. She's like, when I went to go create life, like the god that I am.
that
was
good,
amazing.
Yeah, Eric, I can't let that pass. You said Seth's line like kind of nonchalant, so please say it the right way.
Well, by all means,
Yeah.
redeem me.
No, I mean, you say it.
No, you. I don't want to.
You get to break the throne and then come back and take it away from me.
All right.
All right.
You forget the all right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Worst match?
Ronda and Raquel versus Natty and Shayna.
Yeah, sure.
I had Ronda and Raquel for worst match, and then my slow-mo was Ronda and Raquel versus Natty and Shayna.
Okay. Mine was Drew Day versus Ireland guys.
Fuck you, Eric, for that.
My slow-mo was how slowly Tozawa rolled up Tamina to win the 24/7 championship.
Right.
Best match?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Worst move?
Shanky's dancing.
Oh.
For
Drew
what's her name?
dancing? Drew's dancing. I expect Shanky to be a jackass. Drew's dancing.
Just
Fair enough.
dancing.
Just
Anyone dancing. Did you dance? Worst move.
Yeah, I had Kaiser's kick to the chest for the win.
Guys are so
Right, yeah.
That's my finisher. Sound good? Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Best move?
Best move was giving Seth Rollins a mic on Raw.
No shit.
That's funny. I had the super RKO. I mean, he does it so well.
I had Cody tackling Seth at the barricade because, like, their fight was so good. Like, their brawl felt so real, and I really wasn't expecting it. They usually only break that one barricade that's, like, near the timekeeper.
Yes.
So it's nice to see that they went with a different one for a change.
Right.
There's other barricades around here.
Yeah. Worst moment or segment?
Just 24/7. Just all.
Like, just 24/7 Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah.
Like WWE?
That's fine.
24/7?
Yeah. I mean, I had the main segment, event, whatever you want to call it. Contract signing.
I was trying to decide between Miz TV and the 24 bullshit and Lashley and Omos, and I picked Miz TV just because it went on longer.
It did.
Fair enough.
I guess.
And then best moment or segment, that's easy.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth.
Or Seth and Cody. Yeah.
Right. Just that segment was fucking fantastic.
Them being them.
Right. All right, that's all for awards. So now it's time for breaking news. And oh boy, this is embarrassing. So WWE announced that they have moved the Money in the Bank location from Allegiant Stadium, which holds 65,000 people, to the MGM Grand Arena, which holds 17,000 people.
Just a little under.
Little less.
Just slightly less.
Yeah, obviously it's because of low ticket sales. But once again, Eric and I went to SummerSlam. It was half empty.
Right.
And if you can't sell out SummerSlam, how are you going to sell out Money in the Bank in the same fucking stadium? And anyone that went to SummerSlam would never want to go back to that stadium again because of the horrible experience it was.
Including this guy.
Yeah, that's right. And I still blame you, Eric, for that.
You're welcome.
We could have went to All Out with, Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole debuting, but no, Eric.
Eric had to do SummerSlam.
Yeah. Also, Money in the Bank is going head-to-head with UFC, who is also in Las Vegas on the same night.
Wow,
really?
Wow,
the same night?
They chose to do Money in the Bank on a Saturday. It's a Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like a main UFC show? Like a big one?
Yeah.
Oh.
UFC.
Any big names?
No, but I'm a casual UFC, so I don't know all the,
Yeah.
No, but I don't, there's no
Nunez have a rematch yet?
I don't think so.
I think that's next month.
The main event is not a title fight, but yeah, it's still UFC. Also, The Rock's daughter, Simone Johnson, who signed with WWE in 2020, has officially received her in-ring name. And it's Ava Raine. AVA and then RAINE.
Yes.
Ava Raine.
Why?
I don't know.
Are we supposed to pretend like we don't know who she is?
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm surprised of all people, like The Rock couldn't, like, it's my daughter. Do you want my support? Then she gets to keep her name, or maybe.
Right. I guess
knows?
they don't want The Rock.
Or maybe she wanted this name. Who knows? But it's not great. It's not terrible, but it's kind of just. Meh.
You feel what the rain is soaking? I don't know.
Pouring.
She got a lot of people she got annoyed by a lot of people on Twitter saying like, "Oh, we thought you'd be the Pebble."
That's horrible.
And she was like, "Think of a new joke," and it's like, and they're like, "All right, fair enough."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other news?
Yeah. So you covered this on I think the AEW show. No, maybe not. No, you mentioned it on the Double or Nothing recap. Charlotte and Andrade. They tied the knot.
Right.
They're officially married.
Right.
Some wrestlers that were in attendance, formerly Nia Jax. Apollo Crews was there, also without Commander Aziz. Weird.
Weird.
Finn Balor. The Balor was there. And also, I thought this was funny. Charlotte posted on her Twitter a picture on there. It just says honeymoon time. And it's her and Andrade holding hands. They are that couple that wears matching outfits.
Blah.
They have like pink, white, and yellow tie-dyed shorts and hoodies.
That's great.
And they're both wearing white Converse. So, yikes. They're that couple.
Charlotte Flair's been married 3 times now.
Well, yeah,
At
like
least.
what is she gonna break her father's title record or marriage record? What's gonna happen first?
Ooh, good call.
She's close. She's close on both.
She is.
Right.
Flair's 5, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. Any other news?
Negative.
Rumor time.
Rumors! Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title? Maybe! Balor Club to finally get a second member? Too sweet! Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule? No chance! Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia? Confirmed!
So yeah, Joe mentioned this earlier, but Brian Alvarez says that while there isn't anything official yet, the brand split is essentially done, which would explain why, Kevin Owens just shows up to SmackDown and they don't even act surprised. They're just like, oh, next up it's the KO show. Oh, look, there's Kevin Owens. Cool. So
Cool.
Also, Wrestling Observer reported that the women's tag team tournament has been scrapped.
Oh.
Shocker.
Is that because it was like a 2-team bracket?
I don't even think there were that many.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So now what?
So now it might just be one of those things where they just never mention it again and pretend like there never were a tag team champion.
Or they get Sasha. I mean, what? Sasha's going to be gone forever. Come on. They'll just get him back and they'll give him the titles. Oh, they never left.
Oh, welcome back. They were gone for a few days. It's been a year.
Right.
Also, Mace and Mansoor were apparently aligned. Well, they were aligned with Max Dupree in dark segments recently.
Who?
Right.
Mace and Mansoor.
They were aligned with who?
Max Dupree, Max Dufeet, whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Fucking
Max
with me.
Dupree. That's who I know.
But Vince McMahon apparently changed his mind about them, and they will no longer be a part of Dupree's stable going forward, and that's probably a good thing. Neither of them are really any good anyway.
Yeah, but they kind of both need it. They look at it that way too.
According to ESPN, Jake Paul is trying to book former NBA player Glenn Big Baby Davis in a boxing match in August against a former heavyweight WWE star, but they did not mention a name.
A former heavyweight star?
Yeah. It just said like a former heavyweight WWE star. It didn't say champion. So I'm thinking it's going to be like Funkasaurus or some shit, maybe. I don't know. But then you're using star lightly there, I guess.
Yeah. Very much so.
Superstar.
Yeah. He would be more like a Fox News star than a WWE star.
It's true. You got any rumors, Eric?
No, I don't have anything.
Trivia time.
Alrighty, so who is the only man to defeat Hulk Hogan twice for the WWEF Championship?
The Undertaker.
That is correct.
Boom! Suck it, Eric. Oh, maybe he was frozen. Hold on. No, he wasn't frozen.
I'll give Eric another chance.
What's the trivia? You kind of froze up when you said it.
Shut up. Whatever.
Here, I'll give Eric another chance.
Okay.
The first time a world championship changed hands in the Hell in the Cell was when the Undertaker defeated who? 2009.
Punk.
That is correct.
Wow. Hold on,
Eric,
you
I
froze
was about
again.
to say, what current AEW World Champion lost to The Undertaker?
Hold on, you froze. What was the trivia? I didn't hear that one either.
Hey, Eric,
what's your favorite color? What's Eric's favorite color?
Green. It's green. Yeah.
That's correct.
Damn it! You beat me.
3 in a row.
Jesus.
What is Eric thinking right now?
Penis.
That's correct.
Yeah.
More.
That's more of a Freudian slip on my part. All right.
It starts with a P, but you got a couple letters.
Starts with a P, ends with an enos. All right. Oh no, I didn't want to bring that back.
Fan question.
What have we done?
What have we done? All right, Jake Baker. Why is it that Hell in a Cell is always the least hyped pay-per-view of the year? Every year, only 2 or 3 matches are promoted while the others are added later. Yeah. I mean,
lately that's been every WWE pay-per-view.
I mean, we do have 6 matches right now, but I remember Hell in a Cell either last year or the year before that there was like 1 or 2 matches announced, and we were like, we have no scorecard to do, so we'll just do the rest like the day of the pay-per-view.
Right, yeah.
They all get added on like social media and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad. Alex Verduzco, no question. Just wanted to let you guys know because of this podcast. When I'm bored in my office at work, I randomly just shout, Gunther, Gunther, Gunther.
That's a fun thing to shout out in an office setting.
Right?
Gunther.
JT Pisani, would love your opinion on why you think the venue was changed for Money in the Bank. Well, that's obvious. Ticket sales. Also, the thought, the whole excitement around winning the briefcase was that they could cash in any time. Now they have to wait till WrestleMania. I think that was just, again, we've talked about that. Like, the script was weird for that promo that Cody said. Unless something changes. Whisper in the Wind. At this point, someone from the Too Sweet Club will join Judgment Day. No passion or chemistry, and Liv desperately needs a legit finisher move. Jumping off the top rope is child's play. No, she has the Oblivion.
Yeah.
The Oblivion's a cool finisher move. She jumped off the top rope and like drop kicked Ripley, but that's not her finisher.
No.
But yeah, maybe one of them will join. Old Greg, the Sammy Owens segment had me in tears. I love Sammy shouting, I have a locker room. Oh, I have a locker room to run.
Right.
Yeah, it was a fun segment.
Yep.
Alex Mihailoff, what are the odds the bros of Strong Style get the tag belts from the Usos, or are they just more fodder? Yes, I would say 0 chance.
Correct. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Roll Up Carnosaur, should SmackDown be renamed to Smack the Sexual Assault Down after that awful Look at My Dick dance session? Cue Aaliyah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not?
DMD.
Yeah. And not Britt Baker.
No.
Dylan, is it just me, or does Judgment Day feel way less cool and entertaining than it should be, especially being led by Edge, or are my expectations too high?
No, your expectations are spot on. It should be a lot cooler, but
it should be. But
right.
Yeah, it just needs to feel more. It needs to feel more important. Kyle Foxton, right. I've missed Raw the last few weeks, so only going off your podcast, which leads me to my question. How was Lacey Evans' in-ring return this week? I'm assuming it was a great match and not at all forgotten about.
Right. She's gone forever.
Yes.
Last week on Raw, they said she will be wrestling which was this week.
Yeah.
No mention of her. No mention.
Not even a mention. Sorry, guys. We talked about her last week. She got injured. We're going to try again. Nothing.
Oh, wait, hold on. I went on her Twitter. Oh, another family member OD'd. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
I'm going to go to hell when I die. I'm going to go to hell when I die. Those are my favorite.
She was like, and then my dog stepped on a bee.
Oh, yeah. God, those were so great. All right, next up, Omar. What do you think JR would say about Alexa playing with that doll? Maybe play with his doll instead. By doll, I mean dick. I wish I was that doll.
My dick.
Alexa holds it close to them breasts.
I
Them
want to
breasts.
see your
It's just-
slob on some rib bones.
oh my God.
Barbecue sauce.
You think she sleeps with that doll? Maybe
You think she'll sleep with me? I mean,
I'd be the little spoon. Although I don't know how it would work, but
I like to dip that doll in barbecue sauce.
oh my God. Goddamn.
Mm.
Relax, guys. I hired her. She's my hire. No, that makes it worse, JR.
Right. Relax, freak. She's my subordinate.
Alex Gonzalez, do you think Tony Khan will try to make the whole MJF situation into his version of Stone Cold and Vince and put it on TV?
Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably.
But
Tony's a huge Vince mark. We know this.
Correct.
Oh my God. Did you see the post pay-per-view interview with Tony Khan and CM Punk?
no.
Holy shit. It's so bad. Tony Khan is just cursing up a storm because Eric Bischoff recently said that CM Punk has been a financial failure for AEW because their ratings are lower than when CM Punk showed up. And Tony Khan just keeps going, this fucking guy, he won the Friday Night Wars. And we're like, what Friday Night Wars? What the fuck?
We went to war on Friday night.
And then when he really gets nervous, he does what he does. He closes his eyes. So he's like, this fucking guy doesn't, and CM Punk has been a success in AEW. Let's fucking go. Like, oh my God.
And your new champ will be live on Dynamite.
I retweeted it, and so you can easily find it if you go to the Twitter page.
Okay.
So good. It's, oh my God, it's hilarious.
Cringe City, eh?
Yeah. Mika, what direction do you see Creative taking Cody after this feud with Rollins? Well, the next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, so he'll probably be in that match. I mean,
right.
He was the face of that promo they'd made for it.
Right, yeah. So
he probably wins it and like total, super baby face fashion tells Roman Reigns the time and place. And maybe he does what Mr. Kennedy wanted to do, would wait till WrestleMania.
Right.
I could totally see
now,
that.
Does Cody challenge for both titles, or does he say, I'm only challenging?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably for one. There's a reason why he still comes out with two belts.
Right.
Yeah.
Pop Culture Junkie, Pushfire Barry, which threesome are you watching or joining if you feel adventurous?
Oh.
I feel adventurous. All right, now give me the three-man teams.
Yeah. Team Extreme, Hardy Boys and Lita. Eminem, Mercury, Nitro, and Melina. And then TNA, Test, Albert, and Trish Stratus. So it's 3 guys and 1 girl.
And we have to jump in on this group.
Jump in, yeah.
Right.
So it's Trish, Melina, or Lita.
And I would say Team Extreme because Jeff is like a skinny guy. Matt's not going to hurt you. I mean, if you're TNA is Test and Albert.
I don't want to see Albert.
And he's Prince Albert, so he's got that, and he's going to bang, and that's going to hurt. That's metal in your.
You think of Joey Mercury and Johnny Parkour.
Yeah,
it's like those Truth commercials where it's like, "That's metal in your lungs." Like, that's metal in your ass.
In your ass from his dick.
That's metal in your dick.
I'm pushing Team
Moving
Extreme.
on.
Pushing Team Extreme. I don't know. Todd
I'm
Fricker,
gonna push Eminem, Very Extreme, Fire TNA.
You like Melina more than Lita?
Yeah.
No, you don't. That's wrong.
You could shave Eminem down and they look like women. Next question.
Joe's like, I've done it in my mind.
I just figured it out. Todd Fricker, what's Slamilton got on the menu for WrestleMania Backlash Part 2 Hell in a Cell?
So last year I made what? Hell in a Shell?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this year I was thinking Hell with a Shell.
Uh-huh.
Because of Lashley. And doing like a buffalo mac and cheese.
Go on.
That's the thing.
Okay.
You're not going to make COVID cupcakes or something?
No, that's Andrew's job.
As long as I have a negative test by Sunday, Eric has to make that.
So again, this is one of those things where like I'm not a big buffalo sauce fan. I'm more barbecue, but I don't doubt anything Eric produces anymore.
Right.
It's true.
It's silly to even doubt it.
Todd Fricker suggested Taco Bell in a cell.
You know,
I mean, if worse comes to worse, we just get a bunch of Taco Bell.
Yeah. $20, we could eat the whole night.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris Klim, push fire.
And then shit for 4 days.
Right. There it is.
Chris Klim, Pushfire Barry, my impressions. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, and Stone Cold. I would say the opposite order. Well, because I don't know, because I do acknowledge me, but it's not really an impression.
Yeah, flip them.
Right.
So Push, Stone Cold, Barry, KO, obviously.
Right.
As
good as it is.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for blowing smoke up my ass. All right. Hell in a Cell. Ooh, that tickles. All right. Hell in a Cell predictions.
Let's go.
Yeah.
First match. Kevin
can I do one prediction of the predictions?
Right.
Okay.
These cards are all going to be within 4 points of each other.
Eric, if you ever had a chance of retaining, it's this pay-per-view.
Watch him pick
Probably.
Seth. All right, here we go.
I filled this out as fast as I could write. It's going to be the exact same. Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel. Eric, you're the champion, so you go first.
Why me?
I don't know.
Okay. Joe?
You have Joe, Samoa Joe. Okay, he's not in the match. I have Ezekiel.
No, I have Zeke with a pin.
Yeah.
Okay, we all have Ezekiel with a pin. How many people interfere?
I'm going to put one because something has to happen. Zeke can't pin Kevin Owens clean. Maybe like a fake Elias comes out or something weird happens. I don't know.
Eric?
I have 0.
I have 2. I got both members of Alpha Academy.
I was thinking about that, but it would just be weird for them just to come out and like.
Well, I think like Joe said, Zeke's not going to beat him clean. I think Alpha Academy is going to come out, try to help, and then they accidentally hit KO and
whatever. Yeah.
Bullshit. Here's a good question: is there a payoff?
I like this question.
Good question.
Early. Way too early.
Yeah. No.
And
payoff.
also, there's a 90% chance there's never a payoff.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
That should be worth like 100 points if you say yes.
That should be correct.
So we all have no. Okay. All right.
For future scorecards, will this ever be paid off?
Yeah.
100 points.
If Zeke ever gets another pay-per-view match. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day.
I got the Judgment Day.
Of course.
Judgment Day. We all have Judgment Day. I have Damian Priest pinning Finn Balor.
I have Edge pinning Finn Balor.
I have Rhea pinning Liv.
Okay. And are there any new members of Judgment Day that show up before, during, or after the match?
What is the point of any of this if there's not? So I'm going to say yes.
I have yes also.
I have yes. Edge has been hinting. He's like, who's going to be the new member? So
yeah.
He even put a picture of The Rock's daughter.
That's right. He's tweeted so many different.
Oh,
who do you guys think? Who do you guys think it would be? I didn't put that on the scorecard because we don't even know for sure if there's going to be one. So
right. I mean,
I would think it's
Balor.
Yeah, like maybe Balor or Liv because they're in the match already. I don't know.
Or it could be Ciampa.
Maybe.
Finally,
he's not doing anything. We know that.
Anything.
Yeah.
It's probably someone he hasn't mentioned, though, honestly.
Right.
Like a name he hasn't mentioned who I don't even know.
Marco Stunt.
Oh, Mace. Yeah, Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the handicap match. Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP.
Yep. I've got Lashley.
Lashley with a pin.
Lashley with a pin for both of you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lashley with a sub.
I'm going pin because, I just think it's I don't know. I'm going to go pin.
I have Lashley with a sub. How many people interfere?
0.
It's got to be 1, right? What's his face is going to show up again?
Cedric, yeah.
Cedric?
I have 1. Will this suck major balls?
Ooh, this was a tough question.
Yeah, I know.
I ended up going yes.
You know what? Because I knew it's going to suck balls, but will it suck major balls?
Major balls.
And I
Major
still
balls.
said yes.
That's
I
right.
still said yes.
Major
Yes.
balls.
Sweep it.
That's correct. That was like a write your name for 2 points, basically.
Yeah.
United States Championship, Theory versus Mustafa Ali.
I've got Theory with a pin.
Shocker. So do I.
Sweep
Theory
it.
with the shocker.
How many people interfere?
I have 1.
I also put 1. Vince, I don't know. Somebody.
I put 1 because
Maybe Miz.
it could be Ciampa, Miz, Vince, who knows?
Right.
Right.
And speaking of Miz, does the Miz referee the match?
I
No.
put no.
I put no as well.
So wait, Eric, did you put 1 interference?
I put 1 interference.
Okay, so erase that whole match. Okay.
Cross it off. We all have the same.
Correct. Yep.
Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch versus Asuka.
I've got Bianca with a pin.
Yep.
Bianca with a pin. Who takes the fall?
Asuka.
That's why she's in the match.
Right.
Asuka.
How many people interfere?
Nobody.
I've done.
0. And who does their finisher first?
It's got to be Becky. She hits that thing quick every match.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Becky as well.
I'm going to say Asuka. I think she puts someone in the Asuka lock fairly quickly.
But she's been doing the miss, so
Well, that counts too, I guess. I don't know. The mist is not a finisher.
okay.
Missed early in a match. You have that all over your face the whole match.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we got the only reason why anyone needs to watch this pay-per-view. The Hell in a Cell match. Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
Eric?
I've got Seth with a pin.
And there it is. He gives up his title.
Wow. That's it.
Cody.
2 titles in 2 weeks, Eric. How do you feel? I mean, it already happened.
You think Seth is going to take 3 pay-per-view losses in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy Orton did it to Jinder Mahal. If that could happen, this could happen.
Right.
All right.
So me and Joe have Cody with a pin. How many people interfere?
0.
None.
0. Do they fight on top of the cell?
I think so. What else are they to do? I mean, they have to do something big.
No.
Eric says no.
Cody's first Hell in the Cell. Like,
I have yes. I have yes.
yeah, me too.
Does anyone fall off the side?
Yeah,
Yes.
side's fine.
So they fall off the side, but they don't get on
go
top
on
of the
top?
cell, Eric?
They've been doing that.
Eh.
No one's gotten on top of the cell in forever.
All right.
Right.
Maybe, yeah.
And that's because they've booked people that can't. They can't even climb. And then does anyone fall off the top?
No.
Does anyone fall off the top? No.
No, yeah. Shane and Mick Foley are not in this match.
Correct.
They're the only 2 to do it. I mean, Rikishi kind of did it, but it wasn't the same.
Onto like a haystack.
Yeah, and it was like halfway up. So
Come on.
surprise appearance.
It's got to be someone who hasn't been there in a while, right?
Right.
Right.
So Roman Reigns. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Right. Yeah.
But
No,
no.
I don't have anybody.
I put Elias. Just in
Oh
case
my
they pay it
God.
off.
And Joe's going to lose by 1 point.
What would that mean though? Like,
Stop trying to make sense of this shit, Andrew. I'm just trying to put a name. I hate
So
leaving
if-
it blank, and I couldn't think of anybody.
if Ezekiel comes out with a fake beard, like he calls himself Elias.
They pre-recorded like a backstage segment like months ago before he shaved his beard off.
I put Vince McMahon. We haven't seen him in a while.
like 3 weeks ago, he was on TV. How long is a while?
Was he?
He was at WrestleMania. That was a month ago.
That was like
Less than
2
a
months
month
ago. what is that? 60 days? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you
I
think?
mean,
Eric?
if Roman
Is that
can
fair?
be stripped of the title in that amount of time,
Eric, I'll leave it up to you. Is that a fair pick or not? If not, I'll change it.
You have another person in mind?
I don't think he's been on the show since Mania. That's been it's 60 days. I picked Brock once because he wasn't even advertised for the show, and it was only like 30 days, and that was when he won Money in the Bank. But we had.
I mean,
no
I guess it holds up because he hasn't been on since he was stunned, right?
Right.
It says it's got to be a genuine surprise. Like, is Vince showing up to Austin Theory's match a surprise at this point? Look, I don't think he's coming, so I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Vince
throw it on
isn't
there.
coming to this shitty pay-per-view.
Probably. Does the announce table break?
Yeah.
I put yes.
Yeah, I think it'll happen when one of them falls off the side.
Right.
How many roll-ups?
I put 1.
I put 1. Maybe Owens gets rolled.
Yeah,
up.
it's Zeke rolling up Owens. For sure.
Yeah.
What's the opening match?
Lashley.
Oh, nice.
That's a
I
boring
put
one.
Judgment Day.
I put Owens versus Zeke.
Yeah.
All right.
Main event.
Cody.
You could put Roman Reigns versus anyone if you want. But no, he's
Good
not showing.
chance. Good chance.
Yeah, Cody and Seth, and then Lock of the Century.
Bianca.
It's Bianca or Judgment Day. Judgment Day's not losing because they just
Right.
formed and everything. So I put Judgment Day.
I put Belair.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Tune in Sunday night.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll all be together. Hopefully, I'll have a negative test. And you'll get to see Eric relinquish his second title in 2 weeks to either me or Joe.
Wow, Josh won the AEW championship. Nice.
No. Not even close. I raped
Nope.
them. It
No.
was a rape.
Eesh.
Wasn't even close. All right, we'll see you guys. Oh, wait. First, you have to subscribe to the podcast.
Whoa.
I'm so excited for Hell in a Cell. Subscribe to the podcast. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. Get a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. And that's where you'll find us after Hell in a Cell. And hopefully Eric makes mac and cheese.
Please. Please to make the mac and cheese.
Wow.
I was about to do it, too.
You were.